I'm already sweating. What are keys to keep a solid relationship going?
Oh, brother, no answers.
Don't even get me started.
Well, I have one.
Wow.
Communication with no social media.
I don't know, why are you sweating? I feel like that's a very straightforward question.
Yeah, go. Good. Awesome. Proud of you.
Start it.
What do you mean?
I said communication.
Respect, communication.
Mm-hmm.
Good sex and good laughs.
Yeah.
Those four things are the key.
I think those are strong keys.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Trust.
You need
Trust.
good
These are
sex.
very universal
1000%.
things. What kind of relationship did it say?
Solid relationship.
Okay, well, sure.
I think those 5 things: communication, respect, trust, good sex, and laughs.
And that's on Girl Talk.
You say love? Oh, what?
Well, that
you
makes
said
laughs,
for me.
laughs.
That makes love. Oh, laughs.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know. That's why. Okay.
I think that laughter is the number one thing in a relationship.
I love that.
Number
Because-
one?
Really?
Number
Before
one.
trust and communication?
Yeah.
As
I
long as
think
your
that-
Dave Chappelle, that this is gonna
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, I think that if you're constantly having, not constantly, but if you consistently have fun with that person and that person can make you laugh, life is so serious. Obviously you have to have trust and communication, okay? But it's so important to not take life so seriously because there's always something going on that you can be stressed out about or upset about. Stop laughing.
I'm not laughing at you. I swear to God. No, I 100%.
But no, I think that like any guy that I've ever been serious with, laughter has been the key component to that relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think it just makes it so much easier. Like if you don't have like good banter and you guys just like vibe off of each other, then it's
I'm dying. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not sure people are laughing. It's funny. A sense of humor, yes. Very important to find in a person. And it does make a huge difference. They can make you laugh, and it's true. It makes things take away the stress of life.
Laughter's healing.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
You don't need to be someone that's like super boring, some Debbie Downer, womp womp. Every 2 seconds you say something, it's like, wow, it was a joke. Why aren't you laughing?
Yeah.
As
But
guys,
do you think you can laugh too much? Do you think the person could be,
No.
regardless of who you're dating, could they be joking too much?
Yes.
You haven't met
Yes.
and guys say that girls are naggy bitches. Like, just fucking make her laugh. Then she'll stop nagging you. Like,
Really?
that's the case.
I don't know, they laugh after everything they say, that's a little annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know that might be a nervous laughter, but I'm like, that wasn't funny. Algebra. Science. Okay, this date is over. So you also have to make sure that what's being said is funny. I mean,
Well, it's all in context. Like you can't just have like, oh, the sky is blue.
well, you never know. Like someone could try to think that they're funny, and then you're like, oh, how do I tell them that that was awful?
Yeah, but you should just be able to tell them not
That
a
wasn't
good
funny.
joke.
Yeah, that's why this whole last. Sorry, not solid relationship.
Yeah, like,
Jokes are weak.
Can we pick one more question?
Yeah, let's pick another question.
I feel like
Go,
I
go,
wanna,
do it.
I wanna end
Sure,
on a
we'll pick another
different
question.
question.
Last one,
I
yeah.
want
Okay, go
one
ahead, go
more
ahead.
to
This is a quick one though.
Okay.
Quick and dirty. Like an emotion.
with a roster.
Heyo.
Okay.
Social media.
Okay, so the question is, how do we teach our sons to be respectful of women's decisions?
Whoop their ass.
Wow, we now stab,
Give
stab.
them a beating.
I know.
How do we teach?
I didn't hear
How do
the
we
question.
teach our sons to be respectful of women's decisions?
Wow.
Our sons?
If you have one
Jessica,
in the future.
why don't you talk about this?
Her sons
I-
are so good.
I think it's really important for them to understand a woman's role in all aspects. I think that we should teach our sons that they are an equal and not superior. I think that if I'm washing the dishes, my son should wash the dishes. If I'm folding the laundry, he should fold the laundry. If I go grocery shopping, he should come grocery shopping. I, like, speaking on my own personal note, that I think it's super important for my sons to have an understanding as a human. Doesn't matter their gender. Like,
Right.
I want my sons to grow up to be independent, to be successful, not to depend on a woman to cook, to clean, to know how to do their finances. I want my sons to come as a whole package, as their own independent person, to be successful in their life.
So you think that will help them respect a woman's decision
I
if they
think-
are their own person?
Well, I think that they have to have an understanding of themselves in order to appreciate someone else. Right? Like, I think that if you grow up in the old school mentality that a woman is supposed to do everything, men take that for granted. Like, I mean, I think that's inevitable. I think that having someone that can appreciate a woman's role and a woman's point of view by knowing the work that goes into everything, that you're creating an equalness.
So I can hop on that. So based on my experience in dating, I know a man appreciates me because he's done everything himself. He cooks, he cleans, he does laundry. You know, he goes to the grocery stores, he does everything. Where now, when I'm dating these guys, they appreciate that that's what I do as a woman, and that's what I've always done. I've been nurturing, caring, and taking care of everything. So that's kind of how I would raise my son to be. Yeah, you're going to learn how to do dishes. Yeah, you're going to learn how to do laundry so that you appreciate that woman that's going to come into your life eventually one day in your life, and you're going to appreciate the role that she gives you. It's not guaranteed that every woman will know how to do laundry and clean, and if she can't, you do. It's a team, right? You teach them.
Any like respectful man I've met like has had that good role model at like their mother.
Right.
They've learned that from them. At anyone I've met personally.
Right, but it also depends on their upbringing, it depends on their
Yeah.
culture, it depends on so many things.
Well, culture, that's like
That's
a whole other thing
yeah.
altogether of
No,
how
but
women are viewed in certain cultures. So
Right.
that's
Right,
difficult.
but you as a person, you as a mother can do your best to alter that or to,
Not in
adjust.
certain cultures, because that equals death. So
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, you can modify things.
we're
Like,
lucky in North America, yes, that option might exist for like North America.
okay,
but it's
fine, but I
unfortunate
mean,
that certain
we're
places
talking in
doesn't
this, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, now I'm referring it to my
course.
life. Like, growing up, like, a woman does everything, right?
Yes.
Like, in my little bubble, sure. But in my house, with me raising two sons, they are equally responsible for everything. Like, like, if I need to take out the trash, no, they're gonna go help me take out the trash. Like, there's no need for just, I think, a one individual to have that. I think that roles should be divided. I think that men and women should have equal roles. I think that will allow a man to understand and appreciate what's being done for them and vice versa. If a woman isn't the tidiest and her husband cleans, she appreciates that, right? If you can't cook and your husband cooks, you appreciate that. Like, if you can't drive and your like, there's so many things that go into that to be like a team and to share, the equal role. Like, I think that is what we need to instill in our children, that there's no one task that either sex should do. You guys should both be able
A team.
to be accountable for
together.
those tasks.
Which should also be done, I think, in school too, because when I was in school, home ec was only a course that, say, females would take. So you learn how to fold clothes, you learn how to cook, you learn how to take care of children, but it was a class that women would take, as opposed to, and then men are in like the mechanic class or shop ec or whatever I think it's called. Which is like, why is it divided that way? There should be strong women as role models that should be taught that in school as well as in the house. So they would understand and respect a woman going forward, because in school, you're also given that knowledge too, not just, oh, my mom does all this. But if the school still teaches like archaic gender roles, then you're now stuck between, I went to school today, how come I have to wash dishes when my other friends don't have to?
So let me ask you guys this, another wrench. You guys, with your women, with your mothers, when you guys look at your mothers, do you feel, obviously you guys are now developed on your own, you've had your own experiences, do you feel like you would do something completely different from what your mother would do? Because let's face it, the older generation was built into these roles where they felt like they had to do certain things. For you guys, why do you feel like you need to step away from what your mother did?
Because my mother did everything for my dad. Like growing up, like my mom's older, she's, you know, traditional Portuguese. She does everything, like cooking, cleaning. My dad does so little, like he takes the garbage out. That's it. My mom does everything. Where I don't want that for the rest of my life. Like I'm so young, I'm not gonna find a man that just sits on the couch.
But does your dad respect your mom's decisions?
Now that he's older, but when he was younger, like in his prime and stuff, absolutely not. Like it was just.
So you
the
think
man,
that
like
was
the
a
man.
part of because of how she would take care or she would be a housemaker? You think that was affecting
No,
how him as a man was respecting her decisions?
No, because like the man is the man of the house. He makes the
That's
decisions.
very
He makes
cultural.
the call. Right.
Very
So you're
cultural.
saying if
So-
you bring down that man being cultural and equalize it, you're saying that will help the man to respect the woman's decisions more?
I mean, in a way, but like I guess, like I said, like for me being brought up Portuguese, traditional Portuguese, that the man called the shots on everything, decision making, finances, everything. But he literally went to work, you know, put the bread on the table, and that was it. My mom took care of 4 kids. She did laundry. She cooked. She did groceries. She worked night shifts and still managed to do everything during the home. So like, for me, like watching my mom do that, I definitely do not want that for myself. I want somebody who's going to be a team with me.
So it could be a culture thing, like you said. I feel like I had the best example. Like my parents share, they both clean, they both cook, they both do everything, and I want that
Right.
too.
And they're still together?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, see, I think it
Like
also
my
depends on
stepdad,
your upbringing. Like my parents were separated. I was 6 years old, so to me, I only know a woman to do everything.
Mhm.
And like my brother was baby. You know, he didn't have to do the same things I did, and
Right.
he got to have like a lesser punishment, and he didn't have to like learn how to cook or change your bed or do the laundry because he was a boy.
Mhm.
Like to me, I absolutely refuse to do that with my children. Like you will know, I don't
think
care.
That's gonna be such a payoff.
It is, because it's how we
Right.
changed. We
Yeah.
changed the way that things are in the old school by changing it generation by generation,
Mhm.
and that's how we change it going forward.
Yeah, I
So
think
maybe
that's
our
how we
generation
evolve.
might still look at what our parents were doing,
Mhm.
but you don't have to reflect that going forward with your own children. And hopefully they'll take that to their children,
Yeah.
and that's how we change those gender roles going
Right.
forward.
I think there's probably things that we can take that are really positive from how we were brought up and from our
Oh, yeah.
parents, but then also have to look at, like, obviously times change, relationships change, the family structure changes, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just a mom and a dad.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's just a mom, sometimes it's just a dad, sometimes it's a mom and a mom, or a dad and a dad, or like whatever it might be. Like, it's so different. So I think, like you said, we have to definitely evolve and bring what we've learned and what we want to put forth with our children in our homes forward, but then also things that we've learned outside of our upbringing as well.
I thought that men did everything because if you know,
she
Yeah.
doesn't want what she was.
Yeah,
Right.
no, like I
Used
definitely
to.
don't want that.
my father did everything. That's what's so funny. I thought it was like men that did everything because my mother was the breadwinner, so she just took off and then went back to school. And then my father is one who raised me after my first 3 months, and he was home with me until I was 4. And he would cook, he would clean, he would do laundry, he would actually like iron her uniforms because mother wears all the pants in the house. And that's what's so funny. So I was like, look, daddy has like an apron on. Because like she basically ran him. But they split when I was 8, but I was under the impression that that's what, so the men do this. So it was kind of, exactly, it was kind of
That's
backwards.
different.
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah.
different experience.
No,
right
that's
Completely.
there.
different.
What did you learn from that? Like, did you think I'm gonna be the boss?
Oh,
Like,
totally. That's my mother raised me. She's like, don't depend on a man for nothing. And so I went and got a degree, got a house, got a car, and I did it on my own because. And then you can get like a housemate that can just do laundry and cook. Barbecue's on. Come on. I'm hungry. Feed me.
So that's funny too. Like it totally depends on your upbringing, and you either learn you don't
I
want
don't
what you
want
were
it.
used to, or
Cabana boy, come here.
Or something different.
yeah.
Well, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank you guys for being here. We just want to say, check us out at Girl Talk, and we'll definitely have these fun young ladies here again. We want to thank you for being here. And yes, I'm going to say young ladies. And with that being said, thank you again, guys. And we will see you again. Thanks.
Thank you.